Nobody wins when the family feels. But my
they all like your energy, little bitch, you optimistic. What's your name? Baby, what's your name?
With CBS 58, and we are on the scene of where a 7-year-old boy was abducted at gunpoint by a masked man.
Simultaneously, one who appears to be holding a gun tried following the man into the house. The other chased the little boy down the driveway. Seconds later, the suspect comes back into frame with Jamal in his arms, putting him into the Jeep.
Do you have answers as to why in the world this happened yet?
We don't have any answers, and I feel like that is what is bothering the family a lot. I feel like a lot of us are unsettled.
Sometimes the answer in our face. You do wrong out here, and you doing it in the streets. If the person can't get to you, unfortunately, you done made anybody you love a possible casualty to your war. Within the last 24 hours of me doing this video, surveillance footage of an incident out of Wisconsin has been released to the public via the local news. It showed a man being ran down by 2 perpetrators with firearms and ski masks. After not being able to get to them, one of the perpetrators was able to get his 7-year-old son. And some people questioned, why did he run? Why didn't he come back to try to get his son? Why not get in the car and try to chase him? And I guess that's rightfully so. Now, since then, the dad had responded via social media on why he ran and what was going through his mind at that very moment. And at this point, I wanted to hear from the mother. But as loud as she was on social media, unfortunately, she was voiceless when it came to this situation. And that was red flag number 1. And I can only imagine what she was going through the moment her child went missing. Now, since then, a lot of speculation has been going on social media, mainly to try to know why. And I was told about this situation for the past couple of days, and I felt like I didn't have enough to bring it to you guys' attention. But after doing my research and spending more time on this, the answer might be in our face, though it's not being presented to the public. But there's been a lot of confusion, speculation, and rumor about who was behind it and why something this extreme would even happen. But now, 3 people has been arrested since that incident. One of them is the boy's own uncle. And let's just say it's been some false narratives going around with his name as well, who's also a local rapper, who happens to be the identical twin of the boy's father. And with so many headlines and not one concrete answer, that connection alone left a lot of people shocked and unsure what to believe. In today's video, we sticking strictly to the facts, but also digging a little deeper. I was able to confirm some things that haven't been widely talked about, like who owned the home the little boy was found in, what was the relationship between the alleged kidnappers and the child's parents, and whether either the mom or dad has come forward publicly. And most of us know by now that one parent has spoken and the other hasn't. We'll break down what that could mean. There's been a lot of speculation, but sometimes the real answers are quieter than the noise online. And as briefly mentioned at the very beginning, when that money involved, especially in circles that are flashy or tied to scamming, things can go left fast. As mentioned, when someone can't get to you, they often go after what you love the most. And that's the part we ain't talk about enough. So in this video, it isn't just about what happened. We might also discover why it happened. But before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I won't give you no angle. I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We'll jump right to it. Fam, look at this profile picture. There's a profile picture of a young woman named Paris. Paris just came home mid-2024. She's also the mother of a 7-year-old who go by the name of Jamal White. Now on Instagram, apparently she loved designer. She was flashy to say the least. She never really posted her location unless she was on vacation. Now we'll later get back to Paris, as she was key to my research. Now I believe Jamal is named after his dad. His dad go by Mal785 on social media. He's also a local aspiring rapper and has an identical twin brother.
used to be bro, but now I'm kinda like what happened. Yeah, sorry.
Now unfortunately, the twins lost their mom at an early age. May she rest in peace and love and condolences to her family. Now fam, I want you to remember 785. People often associated with Mal and his twin brother had their name and often put 785 attached while on social media. Then come July 11, 2025 at around 7 p.m. 7-year-old little Jamal was riding back on his bicycle from the local park to his home, located on the 6200 block of West Hudson Street on the city's north side in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 2 masked men hopped out in a white Renegade, got out, and kidnapped little Jamal.
Year-old boy was abducted at gunpoint by a masked man. This happened on Friday night around 7 o'clock on West Eustis Street. I'll flip the camera around so you can see what the neighborhood looks like. He was abducted in this area again around 7 yesterday by somebody who police do not know who he is. All we know is that the suspect is a black man who was wearing a black hooded sweatshirt and at the time of the abduction was wearing a black face mask while holding a handgun. The boy is 7-year-old Jamal White, again seen here yesterday around 7 o'clock on Friday. In the video, we can see the boy or a child wearing the same clothing that Jamal was last seen wearing, a white t-shirt with black shorts. He was riding a bike going down this street when then another vehicle, a white Jeep Renegade SUV, was driving down this way, turned back around following the child, and then off camera, we can hear a child screaming a gut-wrenching sound, which we have on our Facebook page, but we warn you, it is extremely disturbing. We hear
People panicked, and it seemed like the parents had knew the perpetrators, which explained why Amber Alert didn't go out until 5 hours later. But it's not every day you see a little kid that's harmless, 7 years old, get kidnapped at gunpoint on camera. So this drew a lot of attention to the public, and word got out fast via social media, which was probably a good thing, because less than 24 hours later, July 12, 2025 at around 6:36 p.m., the Milwaukee police said in a statement that Jamal has been located and is safe. But as you see, they never said Jamal was returned to his family, and we'll later get to that. But at this point, police will start to make an arrest. Now, the house little Jamal was located in and found was 2028 North 39th Street in Milwaukee. One of the people who was arrested was also located inside this home.
So this house right here is the third house on the left on south of 39th and Lloyd, is the house that they are investigating and going in or whatever. This is the north side Milwaukee. Again, family is here on scene. They have seen him. They confirmed it's him. I saw him personally. He is okay. So I know we had a lot of tragedy, y'all. It's been a hard, week or so. It's really been a hard year, man. It's a lot of crazy stuff that happened in the city, but this is a great outcome. This is amazing for the city. And, you know what I'm saying? This is, it's been an amazing short period. I know it's been long to us and to the child and everybody involved, but this was super.
Now, when saying this house is considered a trap house, or even possibly a group home, rented out through units, because 52 names was attached to this home, and it was impossible to identify the sole owner. But when Baby J was found, a young man identified as Corey G. Williams was taken into custody in connection with the abduction to Jamal White. Now, on his Instagram, while all this was going on, Corey had wrote the following: "I love y'all. I'm gone." Now, on his Instagram, he went by owlprophet.kc. And just like Jamal's dad and his crew went by 785KC, and his crew went by Owl Prophet, which made me go to the mom Instagram and see if she was following any of these individuals who went by the name of Owl Prophet. I noticed that Owl Prophet KC had liked one of her photos. He was following her, but she wasn't following him. But she was following one person out of her 700 followers who go by the name Bossman Owl Prophet, who's also a well-known scammer in the city. And at this point, it would make sense why the mom didn't come to the public on seeking help for her son. Was this possibly orchestrated by her? And it went wrong after the person they allegedly sent had firearms? Or was she involved with one of the scammers? Money possibly stolen? And in return, they found her kid. Nonetheless, we probably all can agree that the mom knew more, but wouldn't speak. Now on that same day, little Jamal's uncle would get arrested, which was his dad's identical twin, whose name is also Jamal White. He told investigators that he shot at a car because he was scared for his family. Turns out this car was circling the block to help look for his nephew. Now the bullets didn't hit the car, and according to authorities, he hid the gun behind a house in a wooded area. A father and son in the car were not hit, thank God.
Milwaukee boy taken from his home, sparking a statewide Amber Alert. Prosecutors say 27-year-old Jamel White fired several shots at a car driving slowly right near the family home at 61st and Eustis the day after 7-year-old Jamal White was abducted. Police found the little boy safe on Saturday. According to the criminal complaint, White told investigators he shot at the car because, quote, he was scared for his family and he hid the gun behind the house in a wooded area. A father and son in that car were not hit. They claim they were trying to help in the search for the missing boy.
You allegedly were shooting at this car that was occupied by two people and did not hit the car at all. At all. So even if you were defending yourself, you didn't even make contact with the people that you were supposed to defending yourself from.
The commissioner set White's cash bond at $20,000.
The next day, July 14, 2025, the local news managed to get a neighbor's Ring doorbell footage, which showed a different angle. It showed the dad run away and didn't run back until after his son was already gone. And of course, he was getting criticism online, which we'll later talk about, because he responded. But check out the footage.
Custody here in connection to this abduction, but police tell me he did not act alone. A terrifying abduction caught on camera. Someone sprinting with 7-year-old Jamal White in their arms, putting him into a white Jeep.
I'm glad he's okay, but it's kind of like, it's like I still can't rest, because who would do something like this to a 7-year-old?
This new video 12 News obtained Monday shows the Jeep parked on the side of the street Friday night. It starts to move as Jamal is spotted riding his bike on the sidewalk, returning from a nearby park. The boy's aunt says her brother was driving the sedan, following alongside his young son. The camera catching the white Jeep turning around, then later blocking the end of their driveway. Two people got out of the Jeep simultaneously. One, who appears to be holding a gun, tried following the man into the house. The other chased the little boy down the driveway. Seconds later, the suspect comes back into frame with Jamal in his arms, putting him into the Jeep.
Do you have answers as to why in the world this happened yet?
We don't have any answers, and I feel like that is what is bothering the family a lot. I feel like a lot of us are unsettled.
Unsettled as family is seen running out of the home. The boy's father spotted slamming his arms on the trunk of his car. That was about 7 p.m. Friday night. The state not issuing an Amber Alert until 5 hours later, around midnight. Eventually, after a harrowing
Now, the dad had responded to this video. He said, hell yeah, I ran. I'm thinking they trying to rob me. Not kill me, but rob me. Not take my damn baby. Y'all slow. We both alive, and my baby tried to get away, like I taught him. Huh? God had us the whole time, obviously. My baby did right. My baby's safe. And that post kind of said a lot. Told his son how to run away, and he didn't feel like he was going to die, even though the man had a firearm. Felt like they was going to rob him. Then he wrote, first I set it up. Then my brother kidnapped my son. Now I'm wrong for leaving my son. I know. Fuck, y'all ain't got to tell me. My son good, though. Y'all wanted to paint every picture of me to be this bad guy. I can't win with y'all, but I won with my kid. Remember, this the internet. Now, the sad part about all this, even though we beyond grateful and thank God that Lord J was able to come home, he's not necessarily home, but he's found safe. As of now, he's with CPS. And you can only assume why. But let's put the facts together. The dad is vocal, but he definitely taking one on the chin. And for the perpetrator crew to be at least followed by the mother, she won't say nothing. They known for scamming, possibly her. She's flashy. They didn't want to kill nobody. They wanted to make a point. And when the media got too big, not only did the kids show up safe as ordered, I'm assuming but a perpetrator was also on the scene. Crazy story, but there you have it. Fam, this was the story of a Milwaukee 7-year-old who was kidnapped at gunpoint, broad daylight, that was captured on camera in front of his dad while he ran away, only to be captured by local authorities less than 24 hours later. And now is in the care of CPS. While the mom is still silent, the dad is being vocal about his innocence, and the uncle is also now looking to come home on a $20,000 cash bond. Let me know how you guys feel about this one in the comments. As more develop, I keep you guys updated. Love and prayers to everyone who was affected by the story we just talked about. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until then, I'll catch you guys on the next one.